What's up YouTube, Mr. Daniel J 1999 here, and welcome to episode 8 of my Bayern Munich Super League career mode series. And there'll be no gameplay from this episode, and this episode is basically about the January transfer window. And from the summer transfer window, I still have around 17 million to spend because I sold Mandzukic. So I get a surprising message here from Philipp Lahm, and it basically says that he's unsettled and that he wants to leave the club immediately. And in most career mode series that I've done, this has happened, that one main player wants to leave. I remember I once did a Chelsea career mode series. I didn't put it on YouTube, but Joan Mata wanted to leave the club. So in this episode I do get a lot of international management offers. Germany, England, Norway all wanted my signature. So this is my shortlist at the moment. I do have Eden Hazard, who maybe I won't buy this season, but maybe in the future I will buy him because he does have a nice potential. I'm also looking at Götze maybe as well, just to replace him with someone like Müller or Lucas. And then also Massi, who's only 20 years old, and he has a rating of only 70 at the moment, but he does go up to an 88, 89 or something like that. Also, I am keeping an eye on Gareth Bale because I could replace him for Ribery when he gets a bit older. The only thing I like about Ribery is his 5-star skills and obviously his pace that he has. So in the future I'll be looking to sell Ribery, maybe even Robben in a couple of seasons, and replace them with maybe James Rodriguez, Götze, Hazard, Bale, two of those players, and that'll make the career mode series more interesting. So I was thinking a place to sell during this transfer window, and I was thinking of selling Lucas. He's not one of my favourite players in the team. I don't play him that much, and he has not the best stamina either, so I don't get to play him for the full game, and he's not very helpful for midweek games. So again for Javi Martinez, and he's already rated 85 and he's only 24 years old. So I put in a counter offer for him. He has been scoring a couple of goals, surprisingly, for a centre defensive midfielder, and he is making some good tackles and protecting the centre backs at the moment. So he'll come in handy if I do end up playing a 3-5-2 or 3-4-2-1, something like that. So I also get an offer for Toni Kroos, and he's a player that I want to sell in the future because he is worth around 16 to 20 million, I think. Please in the comments say how much he's worth. I might check even. So I'll be looking to sell him in the future because I haven't been playing him much, and I've got two more better centre attacking midfielders, which are Lucas and Müller. If I sell Lucas, maybe I might play Kroos a bit more. So after selling Lahm, I wanted a new centre back, and the first player I wanted was Thiago Silva, and he is one of the best defenders, if not the best defender in the game, because of his pace and his tackling attributes. So I think if I do get Thiago Silva, I will have probably the best defence in the whole league. I'll have obviously Thiago Silva if I get him, Kompany and Batstuber. So I've also had a bit of interest in Sergio Ramos, who is also one of the best defenders in the game, and as you saw there, he has got a bit of interest from Manchester City, and I did think about what players I could swap for him, and I just thought about Lucas, and they are worth about the same, around 20 million, maybe 15 to 25 million, and I think Lucas's potential is somewhere around 89 to 90, something like that. So if you wonder where I get my potentials from and where I find out all this information, it's on a website called footwiz.com, and it's a really helpful website, and it tells you players' potentials, and it also tells you some Ultimate Team things, like how much players are worth on Ultimate Team. So I was just thinking, if you want me to make some Ultimate Team videos soon, just leave in the comment section below if you want me to, and a few ideas for it. I'm also wanting to do a Road to Glory series soon. Once maybe the prices drop on players, it'll make it a bit easier. So also I want to do a pro season or a pro series. If you've seen say AA9 Skills, he does a My Player. I want a different name for that. I'll do something like that maybe. So I get an offer for Toni Kroos again, who's becoming one of the most popular players that other teams want. And I also get an offer for Thomas Müller, who's also increased to an 85, and he's only 23 years old, remember. So I put in a counter offer for 32 million, which I thought was about right, a bit ambitious because maybe 25 million was enough. So I get another offer for international manager, but again I reject it because, as I said earlier in the video, I'm not interested in any international management offers. So into the first match of this kind of second league. So it's against AC Milan, and as it's the transfer window at the moment, I decided to sim it, and I was pretty confident that I would beat AC Milan. So I won 3-1 in the end. Lucas, Aguero and Muller scoring the goals for me. And AC Milan are getting a bit weak. They're a bit of a weak team. And also I get another offer for Muller, and Inter Milan offered it. So again I put in a counter offer for 32 million, and this time I put in 32.5 million. And I also get an offer for Sergio Aguero, and they put in an offer for 32 million. And I did think about this, but he is going to become one of the best players in the world, so I put in a massive counter offer for 60 million. So for Christmas I did get an Elgato, so you might notice a bit of a quality difference in the next couple of videos, because I have replaced that the HD PVR which I was using before, and for this gameplay you're seeing right now, for the Elgato. And I will also be doing some live commentaries now because I've learned how to do them. So I've got some Turtle Beaches, and I'll be doing some live commentaries soon, maybe in the next couple of videos, and I might even do a full match just to show you how I play and the game style I play. And the reason I think while I'm kind of defeating most opponents on this Super League is because I've learnt how the CPU play, and I've become pretty comfortable against the CPU, and it's quite easy at the moment. So I saw this message on screen, as you can see, and it says that Falcao wants to leave, and this might make it easier to buy Falcao if I ever buy him, and this is the best chance I have of getting him, because if someone wants to leave you can probably get him at a budget price. So I think of doing a straight swap for Lucas, who is worth 20 million, but Falcao is worth 28 million, so I had to take that into consideration. So in the end I did offer 2.5 million plus Lucas, which adds up to around 23 million I think. So this video is a bit longer than mostly. I normally do about 5.5 minute video, but this video is about 8 minutes long. But this is my first signing of the new transfer window, and it is Sergio Ramos, and I was so happy about that. But again, another offer for Timoshuk, and he's a player that I want to sell because he is 33 years old and he's 76 rated, so he's not an amazing player. So the next match was against Porto, and it was away from home, but I still simmed it. And looking back, I really shouldn't have. It's just because I've played Porto quite a lot in the past. I've played them about 4 or 5 times already in this series. So I lost the game 2-1, Ribery scoring the goal for me. But the offer I offered for Falcao was unacceptable, and quite surprised about that. So again, offered for Lucas from Chelsea, and I wanted to sell Lucas, as you saw earlier in the video, and I offer a counter for 30 million, and that is, I think, quite reasonable. Maybe I should have gone for 25 million. So that's about it for this episode. Please can we reach maybe 10 likes, and I'm sorry for not uploading, but I will be uploading daily from now on. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.